dreams need to have a practical plan. You need to be able to execute what you want, not only by visualizing and by feeling and by dreaming, but also by taking divinely guided action steps towards what you want. This is StarLink guidance, and for those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are already subscribed, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. It has been a very busy few months, which I haven't been posting simply because I was in the process of moving house. So it's been a very busy time period for me. I am now back and I am now ready to be able to provide these messages that are divinely guided for you. Please note that the readings are for a general audience. If you wanted a more specific reading, there are going to be details which is linked in the description box below for you to order a personalized reading. This reading is for anyone with Capricorn placements. I'm going to be starting off with Capricorn, and just before I begin, I'm just cleansing the energy. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a spirit guide message for Capricorn. Just going to begin shuffling. Angels, ancestors and guides, please protect me as I do this reading. Let the messages be clear, concise and beneficial for all that watch this reading and help them on their path. One more shuffle. Okay. What is the most important spirit guide message for the Capricorn collective? One card, please. Ooh, we've got a few cards that have flipped out. We'll take all three. We have Answer the Call. We have Imrama, and we've got Protection, which are the spirit guide messages for you. So we'll start off with this. I feel that Capricorns at the moment are going through a massive transition in which they are being called to reflect on what their purpose is. They're being realigned and readjusted to focus on what they are here to do and what they want to do, what their soul's purpose is, which means that there is a need for you to change a lot of either the networks and the connections or the environment that you're currently in order for you to focus. So there is something that you know that you're here to do. There's something that you're supposed to be doing. There is a particular duty. There's a particular purpose that you are supposed to fulfill. And this is about you making the steps towards beginning your journey on your life purpose. Now, your purpose is going to be different for everyone. But the message here, the most important message is really, there may be, I really feel like this is connections. The message here says, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. This is really about you aligning with what you're supposed to do and removing anything that is an obstacle out of your way that is preventing you from going on your path to your life purpose. This could be, for a lot of you, this could be negative self-speak. This could also be negative or self-deprecating thoughts. So it could be limiting beliefs or limiting thoughts that you may have that's actually stopping you from moving forward. This could also be people within your circle. So this could be friends or family that are quite close to you that may be an obstacle for you achieving what it is that you need to achieve. Or this could also be the environment that you happen to be in, whether it's an environment that you live in or an environment that you work in that's not conducive to you moving forward. It's actually blocking you at the moment, and you're being called to let that go and release it, to make the changes necessary in order to have the path clear for you to move towards what you're destined to do. So this is your spirit guide messages. I'm going to leave that here. I'm actually going to focus on what's on your mind right now. Okay, what is on the mind for Capricorn placements? What is that's on their mind right now? We've got Justice card, we've got the Hermit card. I'm going to pull one more. We've got the Hierophant card. Let's have a look at the base of the deck. We've got the Page of Swords. There is a lot of trepidation or apprehension that you may have at this time. It's almost like you know what you need to do, but you're either unsure, you're inexperienced, or there may be a fear around getting something wrong. Because I'm feeling this energy of wanting to take action, but feeling powerless to do so. So this could be what's going on with you at the moment. With the Justice card, the Hermit and the Hierophant, there is a massive shift that's happening for you. This Justice card is Libra energy. So this is about, the way I'm seeing this is I feel like this is the same message that's being sort of brought up again by the tarot now. The Justice, the Hermit. So we've got Libra energy, Virgo energy, and Taurus energy. This is really about you making a decision around what it is that you want and making sure that you let go of anything that isn't in alignment with what you're here to do. The reason why I say that is this represents partnerships and relationships. So in order for you to have the partnerships and relationships that are going to be conducive to you fulfilling your life purpose, you have to be first willing to let go of those that are essentially impeding you from moving forward. With the Hermit card being here, this is Virgo energy. This is about being in a period of isolation. This is about being in a period of reflection in which you are sitting with yourself to review how you live your life day to day. So this is about reviewing your relationships, your partnerships, reviewing contracts, reviewing networks, reviewing people in your social circle. This is about reviewing your work or the way in which you work. This is about your money, your income, your lifestyle in terms of what you do on a day-to-day basis to keep your home in order, your finances in order, your family life in order, whatever it is that you need to do on a day-to-day basis. This is also pointing to health. This, for me, is suggesting that some of you are around particular people that are unhealthy for you at this particular time, and that you need to, and again, this is why the protection card is here and it says call back your power. You may be around an unhealthy environment or unhealthy people that you work with, or in an unhealthy relationship, or have unhealthy relationships with either friends or even for some people family, but it's time for you to withdraw from this. It's about calling back your power by withdrawing from that energy and really realigning and refocusing on what's important, that's going to help propel you forward towards your divine life purpose. With the Hierophant being here as well, the Hierophant is about, because this is Taurus energy, so there's quite a lot of earthy energy in this spread. The Hierophant is really about you focusing on what is the most important thing at a base level. This is about reconnecting to yourself. This is about reconnecting to your faith. So whatever it is that you may have, whatever you believe, whatever religious or spiritual belief that you may have, this is about reconnecting with that and actually having some sort of daily devotional practice that you have, almost ritualistic, in which you enhance your vibration. For some of you, this could be daily affirmations. If you have negative self-speak, it could be daily prayers. It could even be journaling. Whatever it is that you do every single day, it's about making your priorities ritualistic, making the way you speak about your life positive, but making it also ritualistic. This is also about understanding that in order for you to have what it is that you desire, it's going to require discipline, structure, and routine. The Hierophant can represent not only a religious person, but it can also represent institutions, and it represents structure. Virgo represents structure, and it represents foundation. And the Justice card, because it's Libra, it can represent legal obligations or contractual obligations, as well as partnerships and relationships. So what is it that you need to do to reconnect to yourself? What is it that you need to do to recommit to yourself? And what are the practices daily, either spiritually or materially, that you are going to do continuously, routinely, in order to align with what it is that you are supposed to be doing? Because this is about understanding what your purpose is and actually making steps towards fulfilling your life purpose. Some of you may be looking at careers. I know this is a little bit going away from what I'm talking about, but in terms of careers, some of you may be considering a career in writing, journalism. You may be considering a career in something creative like art, design, fashion, performing arts, music. Others of you could be considering a career in law, or in the legal sector, or even in government. With the Hermit being here, some of you may be considering a career in health or the service-based industries. So this could be anything to do with hospitality, catering, culinary arts. This could be being a doctor or a nurse or some sort of holistic healer. Some of you may be thinking about going into a career in guidance counseling, or becoming a therapist, or doing psychiatry, or maybe moving into the fields of psychology. Some of you may also be considering career in information technology and IT, or anything to do with being somebody who either processes data or interprets data. Some of you with this Hierophant card, you may be going into banking. You may be looking at going into finance or working within an institution. Some of you may also be considering a religious order, like devoting yourself to a religious practice or a religious order, or maybe becoming somebody that works within a religious field or a religious context. Some of you may even be thinking about holistic practices, such as being a yoga practitioner. Some of you may be thinking about being a Reiki practitioner. These are the types of fields that I'm seeing for those of you that are considering changing career. I'm going to just pull some career and money oracle messages here for you. Actually, before I do that, let me pull from the Moonology. What is the message for Capricorn? What's the most important message for Capricorn right now with regard to the phase of life that they're in? This is the full moon in Pisces. It says balance spirituality and practicality. This is about, for those of you that may have been in a situation, which makes sense as to why the Hierophant is next to the Hermit. You, in order to have what it is that you want, for those of you that are more spiritual in your approach, your dreams need to have a practical plan. You need to be able to execute what you want, not only by visualizing and by feeling and by dreaming, but also by taking divinely guided action steps towards what you want in order to have the result that you want. For those of you that are more practical in nature and you are always wanting to execute things in a very physical way to get actions completed, this is about slowing down. This is also about doing the work internally and remembering that everything that you do is first internal before it's external. So it's also about doing practices to support what it is that you're doing on a daily basis, whether it's prayers, whether it's affirmations that you recite every single day, whether it's meditation, whether it's doing visualization, whether it's drawing, whether it's journaling, to help you bring into perspective in your mind's eye what it is that you are wanting and what you're working towards. It's a mixture of balancing both your actions with your intentions. And this is something that you are working on mastering during this particular time. And some of you are more practical, some of you are more spiritual, and you're learning the opposite lesson. Yeah, it's kind of like the axis of Pisces. The opposite sign to Pisces is Virgo. They're sister signs. Pisces have to learn structure, order, and discipline, because that is what the lessons of Virgo brings. So it's learning how to be more earthly with what it is that they are trying to make or create. Whereas with Virgo is learning the opposite lesson to Pisces. They're learning how to use their visualization, their imagination, their thoughts to create the intention around what it is that they are making or building. It's also about doing certain practices that help to encourage a lot more faith in what it is that they are building and developing at this time. Okay, I'm going to use the Career and Money Oracle to bring some career and money messages for Capricorn. Okay. Okay. What are the most important messages for Capricorn for the month of October pertaining to their career and money? We've got Tree. We have Nugget. I'm going to pull one more. We've got Spiral. I'm going to pull one more card. Capricorn for October, and we've got Pendulum. At the base of the deck we have Turtle. So this is about you slowly gaining momentum towards what it is that you are building, but this is also about you learning the overall lesson of patience. One of the things that Capricorn has to learn, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the planet of discipline and being able to learn lessons, is the lesson of patience and deferred gratification. At the moment, I feel like you've gone through a period of time for the last 15 to 16 years in which you feel that your progress towards what you've really wanted has been stagnant. And you have, every time you have started, you've had to stop and rebuild over a period of time, like on a number of different occasions over 15 years. And the reason why you were going through that is because you had Pluto in your sign. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth and transformation. So it's like every time you built something, that structure would fall to pieces in order for you to rebuild again. You were learning resilience. You were learning patience. You were learning deferred gratification. Now you're entering in a time where Pluto is no longer in your sign. Pluto moved out of your sign, and in January, I believe it was early January, Pluto moved into the sign of Aquarius, which is in your, if you're a Capricorn rising, this will be your second house of values and income. So you won't have this stagnancy or this delay anymore. What you're doing is you've had to learn how to build a structure to refine your process in order to move forward, so that you are certain about what it is that you are wanting, that you are committing to what it is that you are building, but what you're making right now is going to be long lasting and have longevity, rather than something that is only going to last for a few months and eventually fizzle out or dissolve. So it's about being patient and being steady and being committed to what you're creating. You're actually going through, and it feels like an uphill battle, but it's actually not. You're going through a transition in which you're about to see over a longer period of time that everything that you're doing right now, especially with the fact that you are recommitting to what is important to you on your day-to-day part of your life and your routine and your spiritual practice, is that you're in doing these rituals, in recommitting to yourself, you're actually creating more financial abundance for yourself. You're moving through a time in which you're about to experience really good prosperity, and you're going to start to see that happen. And I think that for most of you, it's going to be towards the end of the year, but the early part of next year, you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor. All of the hard work that you've put into committing to your purpose is going to start to pay off. And I feel like you're going to be able to leave a legacy for those that come after you, because the tree reminds me of family. So it's almost like you're actually creating a legacy with what it is that you're doing right now. And if you have been a Capricorn that's experienced like extreme poverty, or you've gone through a period of time in which you have not always had your basic needs met, I feel like this is changing for you. With the Nugget card being here as well, your finances are actually changing in a really good way. You're having an increase that is small, but you're building something completely new. And I feel that for most Capricorns at the moment, they're going through a period of time in which they are looking at ways in which they can work less and enjoy more, in the sense of how can you make your money work for you a lot more. So this is really about, some of you may be going through a period in which you are investing your money on the stock market, in shares, on high interest current accounts or high interest savings accounts, in order to generate more residual income. You're creating, some of you may be working on projects in terms of business. Some of you may be looking at going into publishing, but you're definitely building something that's creating more income for you that can be invested or that can be saved. So I definitely see that there is an increase in your money that's coming towards you. You're going through a really big glow up financially. What I'm also seeing as well is that you've waited a very long time. With the turtle being at the base of the deck, you've waited a very long time to be able to have this blessing. And I believe from October through to December, particularly in December when it's your season, you're going to feel the increase in prosperity and abundance. Please bear in mind that it's not just your actions, but it's also the thoughts that you have around what it is that you're building that can also start to resonate and then start to bring forward what it is that you're desiring. So it's almost like you're attracting what it is that you're desiring by keeping a positive mindset and by focusing on doing your tasks daily and recommitting to what you need to do in order to be successful. And this is what's going to start coming full circle. So connections that you may have made, partnerships, contracts, I see that coming back in. I feel some of you are actually going to be doing a business deal in which you're going to be able to get a contract which is going to give you a certain amount of money to invest, but it feels like it's going to be like a lump sum amount. I feel like a lot of Capricorns are kind of tired of dealing with like small change, the nickels and the dimes. They want big money. And I feel like with Pluto being in your second house, if you're a Capricorn rising particularly, what you're going to experience is a lot more attraction of cash lump sums, but these will come from your connections and from your networks. It will be your networks that help you to obtain the cash lump sums that you desire, because Pluto represents the 8th house of cash lump sum, and Aquarius represents networks and social groups and social causes. So for some of you, this is also about making sure that the business that you are creating is one that benefits a community or a group of people, because that will be one of the ways in which you will be able to attract more abundance into your life. We've also got the pendulum here. And the pendulum is about the fact that your income is fluctuating, but I feel like with the fluctuation of your income, it's an upward spiral. So this means that your money is increasing. Everything that I'm seeing is that your money is going to be increasing from the period of October onwards, which is absolutely beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put these away. I'm going to do some self-care messages to close out your reading. self-care messages for Capricorn. What are the most important messages of self-care for Capricorn? Too many cards. Okay, two strong messages of self-care. Confirmation of the Hermit card that came out earlier for you at the base of the deck is alone time. This is really a period of isolation for you. This is a period in which you need to be reflecting and you need to have time to deeply introspect or be more introspective away from other people. You may benefit from being near water, taking a bath, taking a shower, going to a river, going to a pond, going to the beach. If there's a beach near you, this will actually help to ground your energy, and the water will help to give you clarity over your thoughts and also help you to be able to visualize your intentions. This may also be a time in which you'll get more signs, symbols, synchronicities around what it is that you need to do in terms of next steps, and you need to be mindful of what it is that you're feeling when you're around the water and what you may be intuitively guided to do next. The other card as well that we have is Flow Like Water. Again, confirmation. So there's this strong energy of being around water. Some of you may benefit from going swimming or snorkeling or deep sea diving if that's available to you. Some of you may benefit from having a bath because this will actually help to purify your auric field and cleanse you and also restore you. But this flowing like water is really about following your intuition, following what it is that you're divinely guided to do at this particular time. You may get messages through animals, you may get messages through songs on the radio, you may get messages through repeated number sequences. Whatever it is, it may even be for a lot of you through your dream state. You may be quite active in the astral realm. It may be that through dreams and visions that you are inspired to take particular forms of action. Those are your guides actually communicating with you and giving you support and encouragement to move on to the next step. So it's really important that if you are somebody that has active dreams, that you actually take the time out to interpret those dreams and to extract the messages, because these messages will serve as guidance for you. Right, the final card to close out your reading is Look into the Stars. Some of you may benefit from having a natal chart reading if you haven't already. If you haven't had a natal chart, you do need to know your time of birth for it to be the most accurate, so that they can use your rising sign to sort of delineate what houses are responsible for what sectors of your life. It's really important. With that, you can also get your astrologer to run transit readings, so you can see in a particular time period what transits you'll be experiencing and how you can utilize that energy. It's really important for you to also try and keep abreast of what's going on astrologically, to sort of know what you should be focusing on at any one time. So Look to the Stars is really about you using astrology to time your best life. I do offer natal chart readings. If you're interested, the details will be in the description box below. I would also say as well, for some of you, this may also be a message that you are someone who is very spiritually gifted, and your form of divination may actually be astrology, and maybe this is the time period for you to step into committing to a practice. So maybe you might be learning a practice of astrology if you haven't already. Maybe you've got a natural gift for it and you want to enhance it some more, or you want to look more into it. Maybe you want to go on to look at a course, but actually this is something that will help you in your own life, not only help yourself, but also help others to be able to tap into their gifts, their skills, their talents, and their passions. That is the end of your reading, Capricorn. I hope that you have a fantastic month. in October, and I will see you in your mid-month reading to find out what has happened and what has transpired for you. I wish you nothing but love, light, health, success, and prosperity and abundance, and I will see you in your next reading. Take care. Bye.